Do you ever feel like a lonely ball floating aimlessly and around you is just an empty void of nothingness? There's no sound, not a single living being in sight, just you alone. Because that's what I've been feeling for quite a while now. I don't know if there is a name to call this specific feeling of mine or not, because I would love to just at least know what it is. Since I was a kid, I always felt like I did not fit into society. I can understand and empathize with other people feeling, but on the other hand, it's also pretty difficult to find someone who can understand and empathize with my feelings. Because not only I am gay, which is in the minority group of people already, but I am also in the LOA spectrum as well. And a few years back, I started the MBTI personality test and got INFP, which apparently one of the rarest personality type out there. All these things that I have learned about myself throughout my life is a precious things, of course, but it also makes me feel kind of lonely. The weird thing is, I love being alone, but I hate feeling lonely. I would like to find love, but I have never had a crush on anybody before. Sometimes I feel like I am a walking contradiction. I'm not even gonna be surprised if I die and a random ass UFO will come landing down near my exact location and say, "We'll take this bitch back to our home planet. Thank you." Because I do feel like an alien wearing human skin sometimes. However, it's not all bad. I learned how to be at peace with it. Well, at least to some extent. For example, when people complaining about their love life, whatever it is, maybe it's about their significant others cheating on them, jealous boyfriend slash girlfriend, unreasonable arguments, and many, many more. I do feel for them, of course, but I'm also feel grateful at the same time that I never have to deal with it. Another thing that is quite a big problem to a lot of people, but doesn't really affect me that much anymore, is body dysmorphia. Now, I never claim to be attractive. In fact, I know I am unattractive because when I was born, the doctor needs to do an urgent operation on my mouth because I born kind of fucked up looking, and these operations leave a pretty noticeable scar on my mouth, and I tend to get bullied and make fun of because of it when I was a kid, combined with the fact that I am also very skinny and I am also quite short as well. But now, I embrace them. I learn how to be confident in my own body with all of its imperfection and everything. Whenever I want to look good for any occasion, I dress myself for me because I couldn't care less about being attractive to anybody. I just need to look good for me. And that is much more fulfilling than looking good for someone else, in my opinion. Another thing that a lot of guys have a pretty big problem with is height. Now, as an Asian, we don't really care about it all that much because both males and females have a pretty balanced height differences, but people on the western side of the earth has a completely different value about males' height than us Asian. But even if I had to live abroad in America, I would not even bat an eye about my height. Like, what are you gonna do about it? I'm not gonna date you because you're not 6 feet tall. Duh, my little ass ad is not gonna date you either, bitch. The fact that some people have these insane, irrational dating requirements for someone else's appearance that they cannot even change is ridiculous. And I didn't even go into the problem that women have to face in their dating life, because otherwise we would be here for an hour. And that's why I can be at peace with the fact that I am LOS, since I don't have to face all these kind of problems, and dating is not my priority in life to begin with. Maybe in the far future I might be looking for love, just like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, but definitely not right now. I know that some areas people might feel alienated from other people, sometimes even feel alienated from our own community, which is the LGBTQIA+ community, because of our lack of sexual and romantic attraction, which other sexual orientations have. For example, homosexual is a sexual attraction or romantic attraction between members of the same sex or gender. Bisexual is a sexual attraction or romantic attraction toward both gender. Demisexual is a sexual orientation in which a person feels sexually attracted to someone only after they have developed a close emotional bond with them. And then along came aroace, which is a combination between asexual and aromantic, which basically means they have little to no romantic and sexual attention to any sex or gender. Isn't that weird? Even as an aroace myself, I can still see why some people might see us aroace people as black sheep of the LGBTQIA+ community. But instead of feeling left out, alone, and sad, I want you to replace all of those words with special, unique, and stand out instead. Stop comparing yourself to other people no matter what it is. Appearances, success, job, education, love life, just stop all of it. I know that it's easier said than done, and maybe some of you may not be able to stop comparing yourself to other people at all, but I want you to at least try. One of the best singers in the world, Whitney Houston, has one of her songs that talks about the same topic that I want to make, and that song is Greatest Love of All. There's one part of the lyrics that's so profound and still links through to this day, and that part is this. Simple, right? It is so simple and mundane that a lot of people just completely overlooked it. And it's even more so in today's society because of social media. There are so many videos and articles online that teach you how to look good for other people, how to attract women or men, how to be a high value person, how to do this, how to do that. All of these things just got served to you non-stop. And there are a lot of them everywhere on the internet. TikTok is probably the worst one of all, to the point that it got so saturated and eventually became unrealistic. The kind of expectation that can never be met, the goal that can never be achieved. These things are supposed to help you be a better version of yourself, but the only thing that they do is make you feel worse about yourself, feel lonely and isolated and angry at everything. Is unhealthy, because all of these videos focus on the wrong thing. The answer is right there by your side since the beginning, and that is of course yourself. Once you start to love yourself and learn how to be satisfied with what you have, realize that you are enough, you are strong, and embrace the uniqueness of your own identity, that is when you can be truly happy. It's fine to feel lonely and insecure about yourself sometimes, but I can assure you that everyone, no matter who they are, has felt the same way before. We all want someone to love us, empathize with us, respect us, and understand us. But before someone else can do that, we have to do the same to ourselves first. Love has to come from within, and let that self-love shine through to everybody around us, so they can also do the same.